These are the parts for our $900 white and gold gaming PC. Starting. Actually, this is a questionable choice. Starting, we have the Ryzen 5 7500F. For a $900 build, a 9600X is definitely possible. That'll work. What will also work is this Asus B650E Max Gaming Wi-Fi. I don't exactly remember what the reason for this was, other than it is an all-white motherboard. It was probably the cheapest white motherboard that I could find at the time of buying it, so that's why we're going with that. Should look good for this system. For the RAM, this will also look good. We got some silicone power Zenith DDR5. This is a 32 gigabyte 6000 megahertz kit with a CL rating of 30, which is literally the exact search term that most people should be using whenever you go find your RAM. It does get better than this, but this is the sweet spot in terms of price to performance. This is an all-white kit, super clean and minimal. Next up, we got the Clev Crass C910. This SSD needs no introduction. I've been using this a ton lately. It's got the removable heat shield, 1 terabyte Gen 4 SSD, $55-ish, which is consistently one of the most affordable Gen 5 drives out there. Not sponsored by Clev. No relationship with them at all. I just buy a ton of those SSDs. Next up for the power supply, we have an MSI Mag A550BN, 550 watt, 80 plus bronze, non-modular tier C power supply, which you can check on zttbuildhelp.com with the new and improved PSU tier list. I already showed this to you, but in case if you missed it, we're going to be plugging in these absolutely beautiful gold and white PSU cable extensions. These are for, I don't know how to say this, but it's from this brand. Surler. They're very popular. A lot of people, it looks like they sell a ton on Amazon. I've purchased we purchased these for one of our builds, actually. So far, absolutely no issues. But I've definitely never used white and gold extensions before. To cool our 7500F, this is completely overkill. This is a purely aesthetic choice. The 7500F does not need an AIO, let alone a 360. But this is the Thermalright Aqua Elite 360 white ARGB. This is the V4 version. Very, very clean, super affordable. These cost like $50 when they're not on a sale. So it's like, it feels weird using a 360 AIO with something like the 7500F, but like it's $50. Like, I mean, yes, you can buy a cooler for 20, but it's not like you're going outrageously over your budget by going with an AIO. So, I mean, if you buy AIOs like this, you can fit them in inexpensive builds like we're doing today. And for the GPU, we have the ASRock Steel Legend Intel Arc B580. It's been a minute. Let's unbox this. Let's check out how this. Oh my god! Look. Oh my god. I can already tell. It's been a couple months since we used the B580 here. Look at this. Whew! Oh man, that is such a good looking card. Let's go. Nom Nom GPU? Yeah, this is the exact one. I've used this exact card before for one of our giveaway PCs. Courtesy of Nom Nom. The Intel Arc B580. This has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. It is very, very competitive. Actually, possibly, yeah, it might actually be the best FPS per dollar GPU at this price range right now, especially with 12 gigabytes of VRAM. This is a 1440p graphics card through and through. If you have never checked out the benchmarks for the B580, I would highly recommend it. Not enough people are buying this. Intel is still obviously very new to the GPU game, but I mean, these B580s are crazy. This is our case. And yes, hold on. It does have some carbon fiber action, ladies and gentlemen. The carbon fiber is back. This is the Montech X5. During that last dude, look how good that looks. Oh my God, why did they not do this more often? Absolutely the new meta for sure. Last time we had the carbon fiber, we were using the Montech X5M. That was the micro ATX version, and it was a black version. This is the white X5, which is the slightly bigger ATX version. And I'm expecting it to be very similar other than the size. That carbon fiber looks so good, man. Now, one thing that I did not plan. I didn't actually realize that the carbon fiber here was gray. Can you guys see that on camera? That this is actually gray? So this is white. And this is gray. I did not realize... Hold on, I don't want this to fall. That the GPU is also white. Oh my God. That is going to look absolutely ridiculous. Look at this. Oh, that is crazy. These were meant for each other. This is a perfect pairing. It's not often you buy a case and it perfectly matches the GPU. But if you ever want to try to do that, the Steel Legend Intel Arc B580, I think the AMD Steel Legend cards look exactly the same as well with the gray. That matches perfectly with the Montech X5, specifically the white version with the gray carbon fiber down here. Dude, I can't wait. This is gonna be a good one. But first up, Asus B650E Max Gaming Wi-Fi. Very clean, white motherboard. Couldn't really tell you anything else about it. That is why I bought it. Purely an aesthetic choice. It is very good looking though. What was your favorite dinosaur? When I was a kid, I was all about that Stegosaurus. I don't know why, but these days, I mean, I think I lean T-Rex. You know, maybe Raptor. But hey, one of those two. I don't really have a strong opinion. All right, here we go. 7500F. Raptor for the win? Maybe, I don't know. Hold on. There you go. All right, let's actually do work now. Pop that open. Put our CPU in like that. Nice and gently. That was way off camera. Little wiggle test. Good to go. Drop that down. Push that down. This pops off. CPU is installed. There we go. All right, let's install this RAM. Why do motherboards have so many PCIe slots? Well, they're not just for graphics cards. There are several different types of accessories. First ever time using the stubby. Oh yeah, wow. LTT stubby with the shaft extender is really nice. I fail to realize what the point of that would be. No, I get. Okay, never mind. I can see it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I should have asked him for a shaft extender. Hey, Linus, can I get a shaft extender, please? Shaft extender question mark? Yeah, that is actually a product on lttstore.com. The shaft extender. It does exactly what it sounds like it does. All right, SSD. Boom. Billy Bob with the 300 biddy says, I'm building a PC with the 9060 XT and a 9600X with a Corsair RM750E. I am upgrading from an RTX from a GTX 1030. Anything I need to know? If you're going from a 1030 to a 9060 XT, you will probably need a monitor upgrade to go along with that. So, best of luck. That is a beefy upgrade. Shawner with the 59 month resub says almost 5 years. And it's E for extreme. Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. I just didn't know if the E in extreme meant that all of the PCIe slots are 16. I don't think we still have a solid answer to that, but we're still working on it. AIO gonna look clean, not gonna lie. It definitely will. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, how are we gonna do this? It's gonna be twisted like this, right? Which means this guy has to be installed like that. I don't remember how to do this. I could not, in fact, read Chinese. There we go. Oh yeah, that's it. That's all we have to do for our AIO prep. So this these little latchy things, we can just loosen them up real quick. That way they can freely move around. Like that. See how they have these squares here? Those are just gonna latch around the pre-installed plastic bridges on the top and bottom of the CPU. They're just gonna latch up and around this thing, and then you tighten it down, and it's good to go. There is no further prep for installing that AIO. That is as easy as it gets right there. We also have a bunch of ARGB connectors, which can hopefully be daisy chained. We got the cables for the actual pump. Are these all? Yeah, these are all daisy chainable, thankfully. And I don't think we'll need this, but we'll put that in there. There we go. Motherboard is prepped. All right, let's get our power supply out. When does the raffle start again? September 6th. If you type in !giveaway, it's got all the info there. By the way, you are definitely the best tech tuber. Like, you're almost too good to be true. I appreciate that, man, but don't be weird. There are definitely better tech tubers out there. Thank you, though. What's your opinion on Montech cases? I've always been a fan. They make some really good, affordable price-to-performance models. Like the Montech XR. If you want a $60 to $70 ATX fish tank with pre-installed ARGB fans, I mean, that one is very tough to beat. Rage bait for sure. I don't know. That could be legit. See, it might be easier for you guys to detect the rage bait, but like for me, like the reason why I suck at detecting rage bait is because I am genuinely in a helpful mood when I'm in Thirsty Thursday mode. So I am not thinking about rage baiting. I am focused on delivering as much value as possible. If that changes over time, we will definitely blame the rage baiters of 2025, because if anything brings me down, dude, it's going to be the rage baiters for sure. The beer is making him an easy target for rage bait. I don't know, man. Part of me thinks that this boosts up my defenses a little bit. I think we're prepped. We have all of the power supply extensions For this, we need the double. Yeah. They already came pre-cable combed. We're good to go. All right, power supply is done. We'll put that on the carpet as well. And now we can get out the case. All right, here is the starting point for the Montech X5. We got some accessories down here. We have a complete rat's nest right there, but not a terrible amount of room here. This is not too bad. We have plenty of tie-down spots, a lot actually. That will definitely work. 2 Velcro straps pre-installed. I do like the white cables, other than the HD audio. That's still ugly, but that looks pretty good. A very solid PSU basement down here. This shouldn't be terrible. That's a lot of cables right here, though, which I'm a little worried about. It looks like we're going to power those fans with SATA. And then is there a button? An RGB button? Yeah, that's probably an RGB button right there. I will not be able to daisy chain. Oh, wait, hold on. No. I will not be able to daisy chain the RG. Oh, wait, maybe. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. That'll probably be too many RGB fans, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, let's go. We ready? Is everybody ready? Can we actually start installing some components here? An hour and 44 minutes into this live stream. I mean, that's impressively slow. There we go. Oh, that's gonna look good. Let's go. That's gonna look real good. We'll use the silver. How heavy is that case? Not heavy at all. Not the heaviest of quality material here. It's not cheap, but it's not heavy. Why not an electric screwdriver? Because it's more of a dude, you're not even watching what I'm doing here. The LTT screwdriver, I feel part of the community when I use it. I feel a little bougie if I use an electric screwdriver. This makes me feel like I'm building with a community. I mean, this is the LTTstore.com LTT screwdriver. It's fun. And this transparent one looks absolutely ridiculous. In a good way. He just misses LTT. I mean, I have fun. I have fun, man. He feels like he's part of the team. I don't know about that. Not quite. Use the LTT stubby? No, I'm sticking to the transparent. When is the ZTT and LTT collab? Probably 2 or 3 weeks from now. I can't remember what date he told me, but I want to say he said like August in the 20s, like 23, 24, 25. I don't remember. And I'm sure that is subject to change as well. But it's definitely a couple weeks from now. I almost forgot. You guys can see what I'm doing now. Look at that. That was the USB-C cable. Let's go. Oh, pro tip, by the way. Before we noticed this, we were like, I mean, whenever you're cable managing the front of your PC, you typically want to pull the cable super tight. Most motherboards, the USB-C header is actually pretty fragile and definitely wobbly. So whenever we ship our builds now, we purposely leave like a healthy amount of slack here instead of pulling it super tight. Because if you pull it super tight and then you transport your build, that USB-C header can what's it called? Break off. So quick heads up on that one. We unfortunately had to deal with a couple shipping damage issues like that several months ago. We don't make that mistake anymore, but that is how we learn. Those are pretty fragile. W camera, I agree. You should make it possible that people send you beer to try. If somebody has a good idea on how to do that, I am down. I mean, I have a public PO box. It's right under the stream. Is that all we need, or do we need like a more sophisticated solution than that? People have sent me drinks, but never beer through the PO box. Not for a very long time though. I never talk about the PO box, but it is there. The people that have been subbed here for 50 months, they have heard that my parents ran a PC building business in the 90s like at least 100 times. It's kind of scary. But their business went under because they lost to other companies that were using the internet. This is early 90s. They legit went out of business because they got beat out by companies that were leveraging the internet. So I did have a very unfair start, knowledge-wise. But at the end of the day, like, they still went bankrupt and had a failed business. So I don't think you call that nepotism, but 20 minutes is too far. I mean, our current grocery store is like a 5-minute drive. Mine's 2 hours. You drive 2 hours for Sam? No, hold on. Who said that? Pap 1 Glock. All right, Pap 1 Glock. Do you actually drive 2 hours just for Sam's Club and or Costco? Seriously? I'm just curious. 2 hours for that? I drive 1 hour to Costco? Really? My grandparents drive 6 hours to go to Costco. No way. That's got to be rage bait. Really? It's that good? Dude, that's crazy if true. It could be rage bait too. Who knows? Whole Foods question mark? We do go to my wife goes to Whole Foods. Yeah, that is I think she goes to 3 grocery stores. Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, which don't get me started on that Trader Joe's, man. That's the real deal. Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and Target. Are we making a mistake with that trio? Could we just go to Costco and be done with it? Is that what you're saying? Trader Joe's is elite? Yeah, I mean, Trader Joe's that's tier S. All overrated? No. I don't believe anybody that says Trader Joe's is overrated that they have actually tried Trader Joe's. There's no way. Trader Joe's is absolutely unbeatable. I hate Trader Joe's. You sound like my 4-year-old every time something goes wrong. I hate this. I hate Trader Joe's. All right, what are we doing with all these cables here? We got a serious amount of cable management to deal with here. That was rage bait? I hate Trader... No. You can't give people that much credit. Are these restaurants or supermarkets or what? They are, yeah, they're stores, grocery stores. I'm surprised there's still people here, man. That was a deep grocery store talk. Is Batman your favorite superhero? No. I'm not a big superhero guy. That one will not work. Have you played Elden Ring? I played Elden Ring for, like... My total Steam playtime is probably less than an hour. And I could just instantly tell. I was like, dude, this is... Or I would say less than 2 hours. Like, this is just not for me. I am a theme park kind of gamer. Like, I need checkpoints. I need waypoints, quests, guidance of where to go and how to beat things. I am not a, like, figure it out by dying type of gamer at all. That is not my style. I'd rather the game just like tell me what to do, guide me in the right direction, and call it a day. Oh, hold on. This is what the cable management looks like after the motherboard is installed. All I'm concentrated on is this top part. All these cables will get stuffed underneath. But there we go. That's our current progress. I am usually not a Battlefield guy, but I have been craving a good online first-person shooter, and Call of Duty, which usually does it for me, is just not even remotely close to doing it for me anymore. The skins and like the laser shields and like, I mean, I think they got lightsabers at this point. Like, Call of Duty is just unrecognizable these days, and I have a big time itch for playing some Battlefield. I was actually playing some Delta Force earlier this week, and Delta Force is pretty good. I don't know how popular it is, but I was actually enjoying some Delta Force, hoping that Battlefield 6 is not a huge letdown, and hoping that they stick to somewhat realistic skins. Get Battlefield 1, you'll love it. Yeah, I remember playing Battlefield 1, but I think there was a better Call of Duty out at that time, so I just never really got into it. Have you played VR games? I definitely go in and out of VR phases. I have the Quest 3. I really like golf. I have the golf club VR attachment. That's really fun. I haven't played VR in a good bit, though. Formula 1 in VR is also fun. Table tennis, or 11 tennis, I think it's called. That's a good one. I played some fitness games on VR as well, but I don't routinely or regularly play VR games. Battlefield 1 was prime. Yeah, one of my employees was just telling me today about how he loves Battlefield 1. But I am not a hardcore Formula 1 team guy. I genuinely just enjoy watching it. I mean this whole battle between Lando and Oscar is just, I mean, that is like that is peak competitive sports right there. So fun. What is your number one driver? I don't really have one. Norris gets in his own head too much. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what holds him back a little bit. All right, 24 or 4+4 pin is connected. 24 pins connected, and then we just got to plug in this GPU connector real quick. The team is blatantly favoring Lando instead of supporting the guy who's leading the championship. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know if that's true, or if I just don't know enough about Formula 1 to see that happening, but I would not have said that. From my point of view, McLaren is doing their best dealing with two actually number one drivers. I feel like I thought they were doing a good job of letting them race, being on different strategies, etc. All right, there we go. Dude, that gold coming through is looking good. Look at that gold, man. Dude, that looks nice. Not a typical color scheme I usually go with, but I'm kind of digging it. Is that a Pokemon on your height Y70? Yes, sir. That is Lucario. That was my 5-year-old's favorite Pokemon during his last Pokemon phase, and he chose that. But yes, that is in fact a Pokemon. Good job. White and gold, always a goated color combo? I don't know about that, man. I don't think I've ever done white and gold. I don't know what it looks like. I'm a biased Oscar fan, so you can just ignore that? Okay, alright, well, I'll give myself credit for not buying into that then. Thank you for the clarification on that one. Okay, I will probably need some of these SATA power cables, so we're just gonna stuff that down there for now. Start cable managing a little bit of this. Ooh, if I can. That's a tough zip tie down spot right here. That's really tough, actually. Is there a parts list somewhere? I'll show the parts list whenever we're done. Those cables are black and blue. Dude, dude, no. We can't get started on that. This is white and gold. We're not dealing with that one. Are you scared of spiders? No, only snakes. Have you played Rainbow Six Siege? I have for very, very minimal time. Not my style. Do you watch UFD? Not as much as I would like to. I mean, he's my neighbor, and I hang out with him in real life, but I don't watch his content nearly as much as I want to. When was the last time you raged on a game? Probably Madden. Cut off some zip ties here. And then this is not looking too shabby. Just don't, again, just look like right here. Not too bad. I don't think there's anything to do other than the AIO, right? Yeah, let's get this AIO installed. All right, what do we got to do here? We got to untwist tie all of these cables. What was your job in the Air Force? For the first 5 years, I worked on avionics, the electronic warfare systems on planes, specifically the C-130. So I worked on the missile warning systems, the chaff and flares that shoot out of a plane so a missile doesn't hit it. I worked on those electronic systems. And then after 5 years, I cross-trained over to cybersecurity. Excuse me. All right, are these all good? All right, those are all good. We just need some radiator screw. Oh, that's what I need. I need the radiator screws from that accessory box, which I specifically said I would need. K Nuts with the 1,000 biddies. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. No message. Thank you very much. Do you watch Carter PCs? I used to watch a lot of Carter PCs. The only reason I have not is because I deleted TikTok off my phone. I haven't had TikTok on my phone in months, so I haven't watched a single Carter PCs video in a long time. But before I deleted it, yeah, I watched Carter a lot. I like his videos. Numpty with the 1,000 biddies says, train ride, let's go. Level 4 hype train. Oh my god, the second hype train of the night. Let's go, appreciate that. Fiery with the 400 biddies says, what do you think of cybersecurity as a career? I mean, that's what I did. If you get the right certifications and if it's something that you actually enjoy doing, and I mean, you can make good money. Carter's on YouTube though. I don't watch YouTube Shorts. TikTok was the only platform that I like scrolled, like doom scrolled on, which is why I deleted it. Yeah, I don't watch YouTube Shorts. All right, I am just feeding all of these excess cables to the back of the case now before I start screwing this down. That way I don't have to do that later. But some of these cables are going to be really difficult. Really difficult, actually. Do you watch anime? No. I have tried multiple times. I never found one that I liked, and I think I'm just not destined for anime at this point. I tried all of the ones that you guys are probably typing right now, and I didn't like any of them. I wanted to. I genuinely wanted to, but it's just not my thing. Okay, maybe not. The first two animes that were typed, I'd never even heard of, so maybe not. Attack on Titan is what I did watch. That was one of them. I actually watched a lot of... I probably watched like 6 episodes of Attack on Titan. That is not for me. No storyline, plot, or anything really got me going as far as anime goes. I thought you sent me that video a long time ago. Or you did? Maybe I didn't respond. My bad. Painful to 300 biddies says, "Oh, a train. Welcome, Painful." Level 5 hype train. Let's go. Second of the night. Oh, and there's the ad break to shut it all down. Yug with the super chat says, "Love from India. Man, your shorts are just stars." I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. What's your favorite TV series? Top shows. Game of Thrones, obviously. Game of Thrones, Entourage, King of Queens, and Billionaires are my top 3. Or top 4, I mean. What do you think about comic book movies? That I am also not really into. What about Suits? Suits is top 10 for sure. I don't know if it's number 5 though. Yeah, there's a chance that is number 5. But yeah, I'm not a big comic book movie guy. Like I've seen like I think all the popular ones, but I don't like just automatically watch comic book movies just because it's like, oh, I gotta. Breaking Bad, yeah, Breaking Bad could be top 5. I'm not like I'm not ever excited about a comic book movie. Never watched Lost. Mayor of Kingstown. No, never mind. Mayor of Kingstown is number 5 for me. Yeah, that's number 5. I don't think it's a super popular show. It's still airing now, or it's not airing right this second, but there's more seasons that they're making. Mayor of Kingstown is really good. Let's plug this AIO in now. Or mount it, I should say. Did I save thermal paste? I don't think I did. I need some thermal paste. We'll use the thermal paste that it came with. The Thermalright TF7. Thank you guys very much for that. Big time second hype train of the night. Appreciate that. Alright. There we go. Oh my god. Is this empty? What the? Did they give me an empty tube? Oh my god, there's no thermal paste in here. Wow, that is enough for one single app. Dude, if you mess that up, you'd be out. That was all that was in there. One single pea-sized dot. Thermal right. What are we doing, man? That is way too much pressure. Oh, that's ridiculous. If I would have known that ahead of time, I probably would have messed that up. All right, let's definitely remove this. Are you looking forward to any UFC fights? Definitely, Duplessis and, Khamzat, I don't remember how to say his name. Shavayev? I forget. I'm very much looking forward to that fight, despite me forgetting how to pronounce his name. That's next weekend. That should be really good. Other than that, though, like, not really. UFC is in the most boring phase that they have ever been in since I've been a fan. I've been a UFC fan for like 4 or 5 years now. This is by far the most boring UFC has ever been. Almost nobody is exciting and winning. It's extremely unfortunate. All right, there we go. But excuse me. I got DDP for the win, not gonna lie. We'll see, man. We'll see. I have a feeling he will sneak his way into the win column as well, because he is a very sneaky win type of fighter, which is just crazy. But there is definitely a chance that dude, what? Khamzat Shavayev? I don't remember how to say his name. There's a chance that he wins in like 30 seconds. Because he is an absolute animal right off the gate every single time. He could catch DDP sleeping, but we'll see. Shemaev. I think I'm saying that correct. Shemaev. Yeah. Shemaev. There's a chance that he wins in like the first 30 seconds of the fight. Okay, so I do need that 3-fan PWM adapter. This is what I need. The best tech UFC was Linus in the Gamers Nexus beef. I completely disagree with that. Don't get me wrong. There is definitely some internet drama that I enjoy. That was not one of them. Not going to, don't want to, shine more light on that than what was already shined. But no, that was not internet beef that was entertaining to me. Would you collab with Meta PCs? I was telling people earlier today on the stream. Somebody from Meta PCs emailed me literally today about collabing. So, I mean, we'll see. That might happen. That will probably happen. I'm waiting on an email back. Do you watch Tech Joyce? I did not know who Tech Joyce was before the collab last week. Are you a fan of Tech Source? I mean, I like him as a... Yeah, I mean, I like him. I don't watch a ton of his content. What's your Unc status right now? I'm an actual uncle. I think on the internet, I am definitely at the Unc status level compared to a lot of the internet, yes. I don't know what other details I can give you on that, though. You're my favorite tech baddie? Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Do you know Salem Tech Tips? I don't know him personally. I will. I will meet him one day in real life. That will definitely happen. I talk to him every now and then. I think my very last message to him... Yeah, I'm pretty sure my very last message to him, which was like probably a few days ago, said, we gotta give the people what they want. So, hopefully we can get a collab of some sort soon. I mean, I have already collabed with him. It just wasn't an in-person collab. How's the cut going? Are you still cutting? I'm like maintaining right now. I've been at 200 pounds for like a month, which is 40 pounds down from where I started. I have not like tried super hard to get below 200 pounds. I still have aspirations to. I haven't been pushing super hard lately. Oh man, dude, I lost focus on this build hard. That was a lot of yapping today. All right, where are we at here? We have some LED switch. I don't even need that. I'm lost on this build. Okay, this plugs in over here. This is probably my most unfocused build in a long time. We have 4 RGB products here, correct? Yes. We need to daisy chain them all. Okay. Is Joe Burrow your favorite? I mean, I hate Joe Burrow. I don't hate Joe Burrow like I hate Lamar, though. Like, I mean, Joe Burrow seems like a cool dude in real life. But I still hate him because he plays on the Bengals. So. Okay. That's plugged in. We got one more here. This one plugs into this. And then we might be able to get away with this. I doubt it though. I highly doubt we'll be able to daisy chain all of those together. But let's try it. I'm gonna use one of these I thought you were a Ravens fan? No, dude, I am a diehard Steelers fan. I absolutely hate the Ravens. We're gonna use one of these SATA RGB connectors. They got the buttons on here, so you can control the RGBs like that. I don't really ever recommend these for a personal build. In some weird circumstance, you might need it. But I use these mostly just so I can control the RGBs on the live streams. That way we can see what the color schemes look like before we install Windows, because I don't install Windows on these live streams. So this is how I do that. Before I plug in the GPU, let's turn on this build and let's do a quick check on these fans, because I am not confident that these are all going to be spinning, and definitely not confident that all these RGBs are going to turn on, but let's get a quick step. That's a lot of air, but yeah, it's definitely not powerful enough. I mean, not bad though. I feel like oh wait, maybe that is full. No, I feel like they're dim. I feel like they're a little dim. This is just for the stream. Then we just have these cables here, which, I mean, I could like kind of hide, but just a little bit. What 9060 is going that build? No 9060. It's actually a B580, which I will install as soon as I am done with this fake cable management. Okay, there's not much I can do about this. I was hoping that this would tuck in here a little. Yeah, I mean, yeah, maybe. That looks a little, oh, that's not awful. It's not great, but it is not awful. I mean, that is serviceable cable management. Let's get this GPU installed now. Again, this is it's been a hot minute since we talked about it. This is the Steel Legend Intel Arc B580. $250 to $270. W cable management? I don't know about that. Thank you for being nice, though. We're going to uninstall 2 of these PCIe brackets so we can install the GPU, and then we'll be good to go. Are you going to play the Battlefield 6 beta? I would. Like I was saying earlier, I am excited for the game, but I am going on vacation here in a couple days, and I have no time to try it. Otherwise, I definitely would. All right, here we go. Now the GPU can go in. Are you doing yellow RGBs as well? I will try to match it with like yellow / goldish color. We just won't be able to do that during the live stream. In order to get dialed in colors like that, you have to use RGB software. And I don't ever install Windows and configure it on these live streams. Once I'm done building the PC, we're done. So unfortunately, we won't get to see that color until the YouTube video. But for tonight, we'll at least see all white RGBs and this gold color scheme, which hopefully looks good. There we go. Plug that in. Oh, then we gotta plug this in. Do you still buy things from AliExpress with tariffs? We buy a couple items still, not really PC components as far as I know. Because of the tariffs, yeah, they're just obnoxious. I think we buy some of the, like the free, like the battle station upgrade that we give for free for our pre-built customers. I think there's some things that we're still buying from AliExpress, but it's not a lot. I've tried to buy a couple PC parts randomly here and there, and yeah, I mean the tariff cost was just way too much, so I couldn't do it. There we go. That's not looking too, dude. Look at, dude, I like it, man. I like that color scheme. That looks pretty dope. I'm gonna put on the rear cover here, the side panel, and then we're gonna call this a day, man. What's going on up here? There we go. It looks really nice. Thank you. All right, here we go. This is the oh, hold on. Where'd that go? I see it. There it is. See it. We gotta cover that up. There we go. All right. Here is the $900 white and gold. Dude, I like that, man. Trying something new. I think it paid off. We could do a little bit of better. We'll get that ready for the camera, but dude, I like that, man. Let's turn it on. That is not too shabby. I think it's gonna look really good whenever we look how those lights just get like really bright and then they turn. See, we can't configure the RGB on the GPU until we install Windows, so that's gonna look ugly for right now. But like, if we can find the right gold color that matches, or we just keep it as white. White might be okay as well, but I actually like it. I think I like it better than I was anticipating. I'm gonna turn it off though, because I really hate that RGB puke on the GPU. But the white and gold, that'll work.